Hello everybody! Hi! Oh, what's happened to the camera here, eh? Let's just quickly correct that, shall we? How are we all doing? It's lovely to see you all. Hello Simon, hello Orts, hello Hannah, hi Rhonda. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all well. I do apologise about the camera adjustment there, but that was something that kind of needed to be doing. So this evening, my lovely people, we are going to be making an Easter card. So, I know it's a few days late, but, I wanted to. So, it's what we're going to do. And to make this Easter card, we're going to be using my new favourite trusty, handy dandy, rotating stamp platform. And we're going to be using these really, really cute little... Let me just get a piece of paper down. These really cute little bunnies and chicks. I saw them and I just wanted to make a card with them, so I had to. So we're going to be using those. And we also have some coordinating dies as well that we're probably going to use as well. And just to bring in the theme of the season as such, I've got a lovely cross to go on there as well. So, what I'm going to do first is... Oh, should I do stamp it? So I stamp, should I colour all the ideas? You know what? I'm going to do some colouring first. Now, this is just a simple piece of watercolour cardstock that I have cut down to 6x6. And I'm going to get some lovely, like, Eastery kind of colours in to do some ink blending with. So, I'm going to bring in my scattered straw, my broken china. Let's see if I've got a nice light pink. And Kitsch Flamingo, I think. I think those should do quite nicely. Or maybe we should have a little bit of green as well. So we're bringing a bit of Twisted Citron just to add a bit of green because I can. Right, and I'm not going to make this background like I normally would. I'm going to do it a bit differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the watercolour cardstock. I know it's going to upset it a little bit, but it's fine. And I'm going to bring in my inks. I'm just going to put them down onto the glass mat to start with. And these are the Distress inks, not the oxides that I'm using today. Oh, hello Kelly darling. Hello Emma. How are we? I hope we're all doing well. Hi Terry. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I'm just going to bring in one of my large flat brushes and I'm just going to get it damp. And I'm just going to pick up the colour and I'm just going to kind of just blot it down. Just blot it. I was hoping this was going to have to do a better effect than what it is. I was hoping it was going to... There we go. Do that. Right, maybe I should use... I'm just going to use my trusty paintbrush. This is my trusty paintbrush. I use it for everything. So I'm just going to use my trusty paintbrush. I'm going to bring in that colour. And I'm just going to kind of dot it around. And then give it another mist. And I'm going to pick up the blue and do the same, just kind of splodge it around. And the way the water is, the amount of water that's there is just going to kind of make it react anyway. So it's going to give me like a kind of cloudy look. Kind of a tie-dye type look, actually. I'm just going to pick up the next colour and I'm just going to go around the outside of that. And I do really want it to kind of have this, like, just bring that out a bit more. all these kind of really nice, like, I want to say they're kind of Eastery colours, but I don't know. Would you call them Eastery colours? I'm not too sure what anyone would call them. I mean, I think they're Eastery colours, so... But I do kind of want it to get that kind of like cloudy texture. I'm just going to come in with a bit more of that and just bring it out to the corners. And there we go, guys. We've got kind of like a really nice... Oh, hello, Aaron, darling. How are you? Hello, Caroline. This evening, Caroline, we're making an Easter card. Hannah, pastels. Yes, pastels, darling. We do love a bit of pastel. So what I'm going to do just quickly is I'm going to give that a wipe up because I think I've gone a little bit OTT with the water. And I'm going to bring in my heat gun to set this colour. This is going to take a little while, guys, because I did put a heck of a lot of water on this. There we go. Very almost done. I do want to make sure it's entirely dry before I put it into the stamping platform. Oh. Hello Stephanie, how are you doing, my lovely? It's nice to see you here. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you've had a lovely Easter. There we go, I'll just quickly get rid of those colours off of there. And all I'm going to do, just to help kind of level it out a little bit, is I'm going to bring in my brayer. I'm just going to give it a roll over with my brayer. I'm just going to give it a few turns and rolls, and that does help take... It doesn't take a lot of it out, but it does help take a little bit of the bending out from where obviously the watercolour card reacts with the water, and obviously drying it as fast as I have. You can always leave it to the side to dry, but obviously I don't really want to do that. And hopefully you should end up with something that looks a little bit like this. And I'm just going to bring in my wonderful stamping platform here. And because I want to start, instead of starting on the angle, I want to start on the flat. So all I'm going to do, because this is a 6-inch card, I'm going to line it up with a 6-inch line just here, where it says 6 inches. Just there. I'm going to put that back down there. Oh, I've gone too high, haven't I? I believe it should be in line with that, if I'm correct. Why did it work for me perfectly earlier on and now it doesn't want to? Let's just have a look. It worked. I put it on here earlier on and I was like, oh, I'll give it a test. That's because I went... So it's this line here I want. It's the rotational of the 6. And go right up to the top with that. And then when I go to that angle... So it's the rotation of the 6. I do apologise, guys. And I'm just going to come in... because I've got this lovely bunny, this lovely like kind of jumping bunny. I'd like to use that. And just to give it a little bit of extra something, I'm going to bring in a carrot. So it looks like he's chasing his carrot. So if I put the carrot up that way, and we're going to have a flower behind him. Just going to put a little flower behind him. And he's going to be chasing his carrot. It's really cute. And I'm just going to pick those up. There we go. And, oh, what shall I ink them with? This is the most important, this is kind of like the most important part, isn't it really? I think I'm just going to ink them up with my VersaFine Clair. So these are brand new stamps, guys, so they haven't been used before. What I should really be doing is using my watercolour. Oh my god, what kind of a numpty am I? Well, that's what happens, guys, when you put your stamp on upside down. Hello, Phil. Nice to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. Let's not put the stamp on upside down, shall we? Just going to reline that up and re-ink it. There we go. This is my, normally I would have had a sample made ready for this, but unfortunately over the weekend I have been a little bit ill, so I didn't actually get time to do that, so I do apologise, guys. Normally I do have a sample that is ready and made. There we go, so that is ready for the next one. So let's just ink that up. And the great thing about this as well, guys, is if I do miss just a little bit, I can re-rotate backwards and re-ink it. It's not a problem. Hi, Phil. Not hi, Phil. Hi, Kim. I was meant to say hi, Kim. I'm so sorry. And I really do love this platform. It's so much fun to use. And there we go. It really is so much fun. It's one of the best things that I've kind of I've managed to get my hands on, and it's thanks to you guys that I managed to get this, because I believe this was one of the first things I actually purchased with donations. So all I have to do is say thank you, because you're a bunch of angels to me. That was a rubbish Australian accent, and I do apologise to any Australians that may ever watch this video. Right, there we go. Look how cute that is. I love that so much. It is really, really cute. I'm going to see if we can actually get some more stamps into this. I want to kind of fill it. I want it to be filled. I want it to look really, really cute. Let's see. Let's just quickly give this a clean before I go putting any more stamps on there. Here we go. Let's put that back there. Put that back there. And put that back there. Oh, we've got a lovely little sunflower one we can use. That's cute. We can put that down. Oh, or should we use an egg as well? I don't know, would the egg be too much? Because we haven't really got any chickens on it, have we? But we do have a lovely kind of chicken coming out of the egg. I mean, that's cute. I think that's cute. Should we go with little chickies in the corners? We shall have corner chicks. Some people have side chicks, but we have corner chicks. Hello, Crafty Stacey Lou. Welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you're doing well. We're making an Easter card today. I know it is just a smidgy bit late. But I thought it was appropriate because I really wanted to make one, that was all. Let's just make sure that that's actually going to... Ah, see, look, because that's going to actually overlap. Oh, that's going to overlap that flower quite bad, isn't it? But it will fit in there. Right, I think I'm going to have to kind of hand place that for a couple of turns. And that's my fault for not looking at the rotations correctly. I should have looked at the rotations a bit more. So let's do that. Let's just give that a little bit more of a squeeze because it didn't. There we go, there's our little chicky wicky woo. And there we go, that won't overlap on that one now. We can kind of see where it's made a little outline. I hope that you are too. Got that stamping mag you showed. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you got the magazine. I can show you guys a few samples that I actually made with the stuff from that magazine if you'd like. Just let me know if you want to see. Because I have made a few things with it. I think a lot of us did. I do tend to have that effect with you lot, don't I? I kind of show you something and then a lot of you kind of just rush out and go buy it. Sorry, Gaz was sending a message to a friend and now noticed this tool. What was it? This is the Creative Craft rotating stamp platform, Stephanie. There are many ones like it, but this is the one that I have. There we go. I thought you were going to do a live of it. I'm going to. It may be coming up soon. But I do have some samples of cards that I've made with it. I think I've shown a few of you. One of the samples that I've made so far. But I haven't showed, obviously, everybody. So, if anybody would like to know. I purchased the magazine from Morrison's, but it's in all major supermarkets. And WH Smith's. It is... oh, what is the magazine? Where have I put... Oh, I put it away, didn't I? It is, if I remember correctly, Creative... I want to say it's Creative Stamping. Which it is. It's Creative Stamping issue 133. For the body price of £9.99. Right, so there we go. I'm just going to put that egg back because we didn't use the egg, but we have used the chicken coming out of the egg. And because I did such a light background, I can now go in and actually colour these in with stronger colours. So, what I'm going to do is grab... Oh, what colour should I use? I could grab a lovely bit of my mustard seed to colour in the chickens. So I'm just going to pick up a bit of the mustard seed. And we can see there that it's actually doing quite a good job at covering the background colour. It's actually a very vibrant colour. I really like it. There we go. And I'm just going to go into a colouring coma whilst I do this, so don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. I'm just going to turn this round to actually colour in the little chicky chicks, because they're so cute. Aren't they just the cutest? There we go. Oh, which the download is good too. The download I found was actually the sentiment stamps. I do have those printed out as well if you want to see them. There was the download of those that came with the... Oh wow, that's just the cutest. Gaz, did you watch Sheena today? I did watch Sheena today. Oh, that's actually done quite a number on my glass mat there, hasn't it? That's a lot of... I put down some pretty strong... Yeah, if you'd like to see the sentiments, I have them here. It's not a problem for me to show you. Don't mind giving you a quick peek. I'm just going to get all of this yellow out of this paintbrush because it seems to have really gone for it with a paintbrush. Oh, I didn't put that stamp back either, did I? We can deal with that in a minute. Right, there we go. And what colour should we bring in for those eggs? I really ought to just kind of paint in their little cheeks. Their little beaks, not cheeks. So paint in their little beaks with a bit of wild honey. There we go. And I'm not going to turn it around for the beaks because they're only tidgy little things to colour in. But they're really cute and adorable. I really like it. Sorry. Yeah, let's chalk it up to time change and not the fact that I probably ate my own body weight in rubbish. Oh, sparkle pen for the egg. Oh, yeah, well, that's a very good idea, actually. I could just leave them green and go over the sparkle. Oh, I do have some different coloured sparkle pens. Oh, should we give them a blue sparkle? I'm thinking a blue sparkle may look nice. Yep, nice little bit of blue sparkles. Blue sparkles for the eggs, please. There we go. Just going to try and squeeze a bit more down and out because I don't want... And that is exactly what I didn't want to happen. But it's okay, because we can just take that up and it's not done so much damage. So I'm just going to come in with that sparkle. And there we go. Such a brilliant idea. Thank you for that, Rhonda. I appreciate that idea. There we go. I just ordered all my ink pad storage and saved £50 with the code. Woo! Go for the savings. Well done, Crafty Stacey Lou. Sparkle pen for the air. I looked at the download. I'm sure it said this one you don't have to pay for. All it is just the sentiments. So you kind of just download them and print them out of at your own kind of need, really. Oh, I've got the other one just here. So they're 2 sheets. One has all of them with the black background, and the other one has all of them with the white background, which is quite nice. There's some really nice little sentiments on there. So I printed those off the other day. Crafty Stacey Lou, the paper that I used for that, just because I was playing, I wasn't actually doing anything specific with it. I just wanted to print to test to see if my printer would print them. To be honest, I just used normal copy paper. But normally, if I was going to use them for something, I would print them onto probably like a Nina cardstock, something around about 160 GSM, something like that. Let's see what other have we got. Should we bring in some more sparkle? Or do we think that's enough sparkle? I think that's probably enough sparkle, isn't it? And I'm just going to bring in my spiced marmalade to colour in these carrots. So let's put a bit of that down. I really do enjoy painting. I want to say, it's kind of colouring and painting at the same time, isn't it, really? With these inks. They are so brilliant for it. Kind of makes me wonder why I bought watercolour paints, because these inks kind of do the whole kind of thing. I'm not sure if I want to. Oh, you're welcome, Crafty Stacey Lou. That's not a problem. If you go to, I believe it's craftworld.co.uk. If you give me one moment, I'll pull the magazine out and I will get to the page where it tells you where to do it. Yeah. So if you go to craftworld.com/CMS/creative-stamping, and you'll be able to find that download. All you need to do is sign up for an account, which is free, and those are a free download as a part of the CMS line. There we go. Let's bring in a nice brown, shall we, for those bunnies? Because I feel as though the bunny should be painted. Have we got a nice brown? Oh yes, we do. We should have a nice... I'm going to go with a ground espresso, I think. Nice bit of ground espresso for some brown bunnies. Did you get the shimmer watercolours? I did. I got the Moonbeam and the Sunbeam palettes when they first came out. Would I be in a rush to buy them again? I don't think so. Mostly because I think I can get the kind of results that I'd like using different mediums. And those palettes, for the price that you pay, it's going to be a bit of a nasty thing for me to say, but you don't get as much colour and you don't get a lot of paint in them, in my opinion. And I know they say that a little bit goes a long way, but it depends on the kind of project that you're doing, because it can actually take up quite a lot. And I'd rather get something like the sparkle pens or the shimmer inks and use those as opposed to the paints. But that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. There we go. Just painting in the little bunnies. I actually really like how this is turning out. I don't normally enjoy... I don't know why I don't normally enjoy, but I don't normally enjoy doing Easter such things. But I just thought it would be nice, because I haven't actually made an Easter card ever. So I just thought, why not? I'm just going to take a little bit of this brown and mix it so that I could paint those flowers a nice little orangey colour. Kind of like a burnt orange, isn't it, really? It's really nice. I should leave those to just be the background colour. There we go. Now, what did I do with that cross? Because I had a cross. Oh, I do need a sip of me drink as well. There we go. We don't want me running dry whilst I'm in the middle of the stream and going, eh. I have no idea what I've done with that cross. This is going to be one of those serendipitous moments where I move one thing and there it right is. Ta-da! Found it! And all I'm going to do is put down some more of that ground espresso. And I'm going to just watercolour this cross in. Let's just, there we go. I think I might need to build this up a bit. You could put a brad in the middle of that card so it spins around making... Yes, I could! But I'm actually going to put... I'm going to put the cross in the middle of the card, and I don't think anybody would be too happy with a spinning cross. So I might do that on the next one I make, actually, because that is a rivetingly good idea. Because I've also got some of those, is it spin and reveal die card thingies from Crafter's Companion, where they actually kind of did that spinning thing. You could put the bunnies in a yes, that's it, in a reveal wheel. That's what I was meant to say. Ooh, that is a good idea. I could put the bunnies in a reveal wheel. But then how would I get the cross to stay stationary if I put them in a reveal wheel? Right, I'm just going to go over with a little bit more of ground espresso. I just want to make it a little bit of a stronger wood colour. It's just kind of... There we go. It's very good ideas, but I was going to kind of just go with popping a cross up like that. Be visible in the window and across the front window. That's not a bad idea. That's actually a very good idea. I'm just going to try this cross. I think that's very good. That will look good. I'm not sure how. I need to get a reveal wheel, but then do I have a die that would be big enough to give me the window? Oh, of course, dum-dum. I've got the die that goes with the stamps. So I could literally just cut the bunny windows out. Oh my gosh, okay, right. I now have to find my... reveal wheel dies. The things you guys get me to do, eh? It does help if I don't ruin my entire craft room in the process. Come on. So sorry. I didn't think. Right, so we do have a reveal wheel die, which should be big enough. Actually, that is near enough perfectly sized, isn't it? All I need is a circle die that'll be a bit bigger. Now, I've never put one of these together before, so I'm not too sure on how this is going to work. So if I need that to be like that, but I'm going to have to get a circle die that's going to be a bit bigger, because I need that to be covering the whole thing as such, don't I? Oh my lord. Oh my gosh, I'm a bit perplexed by this one, guys. I'm not sure how this is going to work. But I'm going to give it a good college try. Don't do it with this card. No, I'm not going to actually do it onto that. I'm going to do an extra layer. So I'm going to do a die cut in that, and then add that on top, I guess. And then I've never made a reveal wheel, guys, so I really finish this one, then do as a second card. Yeah, that's a fair shout. That is a fair shout. I just get so excited by these ideas, and I'm like, oh, I've got to do it. I've got to do it now. I'll do it on the next one. There we go. I really need to learn how to make a reveal wheel, because I've not done it yet. Right, I'm just going to put some foam pads up on there. Put this up on some foam pads even. Yeah, I want that to stand up a little bit and be standing out, so I shall grab some foam pads. I think I've got some. Aha, I've still got some in front of me. Amazing. I'm absolutely terrible, because like, you guys give me these ideas and I'm like, yeah, let's run with it. Why haven't I done it like already? Let's make all the cards. Rah! Let's put that back on there. Chop that little tidgy bit off. Okay, we can put that little tidgy bit in there. You think the cross may need a trim, do you, Kelly? Wow. I find you impertinent. There we go. Oh, thank you, Simon. I appreciate you saying that, my dears. It's very much appreciated. There we go. Oh my golly gosh, this could end up either going one way or another. One way or the other, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one day. Maybe next week I'll find you. I'll get you one day. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna give you the slip of the hip or another. There we go. past your house. There we go. Very much almost done. There we go. So I'm not very good at this fussy cutting malarkey, am I? I think that's about as oh my gosh. Make it a bit smaller. I'm sure it's fine. I'm still here just cooking and stripping a chicken. Oh wow. The chicken is in debt. And needs money, Stacey. Is the chicken in debt? 9 out of 10 chickens end up in KFC due to debt management problems. Right, there we go. I'm just going to put the cross there. And what I am going to do as well is, just because I am a fancy pants, Aaron Crystal the chicken has daddy issues. I'm just going to come in with my clear sparkle pen on the cross. Just to give it a little bit of, you know, nice sparkliness, because, you know, even if you have to die, you should do it in style. Poor chicken, don't do anything. Don't do anything I wouldn't oh my gosh. This conversation's getting saucy. Do Mrs. Doubtfire. No, I'm not doing Mrs. Doubtfire. There we go. And we've got some nice little sparkle on the cross there as well. I think that actually looks really, really cute. It looks lovely. I'm going to take a little sip of my... I'm hoping I've got an Easter sentiment here somewhere. If I haven't, I'm pretty stuffed. Right, there we go. Let's just pop that back in there. I don't think I do have an Easter sentiment, you know, guys. What have I done with those stamps? Oh, wasn't meant to show you that. Just pick up anything and show it. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what, the things that go on in this chat, and it's like it's meant to be my fault or some such thing, because it usually does get blamed on me. Right, do I have a Happy Easter sentiment? I'm just going to have to go through my sentiment stamps. I don't think I do. Birthday, thank you. Ooh, we could go with "You're a Blessing to Me," couldn't we? But then that's a little bit weird. For an Easter card. Thoughts with you and your family. Nope. You are... Okay, you did it. No, that's just crass. Great things never come from comfort zones, just to say. Apparently, I do not have a single Easter sentiment. That is weird. That is really, really weird. Really weird. What? That cross is a... It's not a wonk. No, I cannot put Jesus on the cross. My God, I'm not that... I don't do drawing. Well, the cross isn't on a wonk. The cross is fine. Okay, maybe it's on a wonk. But who said I make anything perfect? Oh my gosh, right. Yeah, so that's a thing. I did that. Yeah, Jesus got off the cross. And he was in a cave, wasn't he? So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of what happened. So I think that's all right for now. Maybe I should just write Happy Easter at the bottom or something. I'm not very good at writing, so this could go horrific. This is what happens when you're not straight. It's very true. That is very true. This is what happens when you're not straight. My lack of heterosexuality is apparently a detriment. I made it at a wonk. Yeah, see, look, it's his fault, not mine. He made the cross, not me. I'm going to throw him under the bus. Right, I'm just going to get a piece of card out. I'm going to print a sentiment and I'm going to foil it. So that'll be fun. Because I've just got my spangly... Well, I say spangly. I've just got a laser printer, so hopefully it should do what I want it to. So let's very quickly just come up with a Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Do all of the work on that I need to do very, very quickly. Black, black. Let's go with that. Make it that big. Control print and print. And print. Let's turn that on, get our foil out. Ooh, girl. That happened. Well, it's still printed. That's all I care about. Right. So I'm going to do a bit of a higgledy Gaz advent calendar. Advent calendar? Gaz, if interested, I have my craft studio, and if ever sentiments or art need looking for, let me know. It's okay because I've got my cameo for my silhouette cameo. It came with a studio art set, so a studio art program. So I'm absolutely fine. Thank you, Phil. And again, I'm not very good at fussy cutting, but I'm going to do my best. By the way, this is not my best. This is just me chopping it down so I can get to doing my best. Here we go. Come on, get off me, little snips. There's a Happy Easter in the... Oh, okay, I didn't know that. See, I've got all of this stuff, Hannah, and I just have no clue as to what I actually have. It's ridiculous. I have that much stuff. Let's just cut the... Well, thank you for letting me know. There we go. Just get rid of that big bit first. And come back in. See, I'm not very fussy cutting. Let's get rid of that big piece as well. I'm really not very good at fussy cutting. Yeah, I keep challenging myself to it, and I don't know why. The funny thing is you have an organised craft room, and exactly, I have an organised craft room, and I have absolutely no idea as to what I've got because I've spent a sheer and utter fortune with Crafter's Companion, and I've got that much gear in this room, I don't know what I've got anymore. I genuinely have no idea how much stuff I've got. It's really good. Well, I don't know if it's really good, but it's ever so slightly embarrassing, really. I did spend so much money. I'm great at cutting things. I'm going back to a slimming club and meal prepping, and stripping a chicken is cheaper than buying breasts. Well, I think we've all had that problem once, a few times in our life, having to pay for breasts. Well, I can't say I have, but I'm a nightmare. My OH is making more storage venturing out. Tim Holtz. I do love a bit of Tim Holtz. I do it a lot, and when you get very shouty about it every day. You're not the only one, Gaz. Luckily, I wasn't around long enough to spend too much before it went out the window. Well, you wouldn't think I would have been around long enough to have spent too much, but apparently I was. I mean, I only started buying in January of last year, so I'd been with them about a year, and I'd managed to spend £7,000. But yeah, spent a lot of money in that year. Really not good. But I do have some lovely things that I don't know what I do and don't have anymore, so it's kind of one of those, isn't it, really? There we go. And let's peel to reveal. Why? Oh, look at that. How cool is that? I really like how that's come out. Now, all I need to do is just go over it with a little bit of... Oh, shall I? I think I'm just going to use my mustard seed, actually. I'm just going to use a little bit of mustard seed to go over that. And make that look really, really pretty. I only want to do a really light wash on it. But the great thing is, as well, is that the foil will resist the watercolour, so I don't have to worry about getting it over the top of it so much. Speak for yourself, Gaz. I've never had a problem in the knocker department. A boob job. I like thigh more, breasts are dry. She has egg yolks for boobs. Oh my god. Oh girl, what do you think this is? Actually, yeah, that would work better. Sugar. I should have separated them. It's fine. Should have thought about that. Very good point, because I was just going to put it down at the bottom here. But... we can make it work. It's not a problem. Let's just take that corner off there. And take that little smudgy bit off there. Arca Earth sat in Cheltenham telling me how to make cards. Oh, dearie me. Actually, no, I'm not going to put it up. I'm just going to... Oh, should I stick that down as is? Yeah, I think that should get stuck down as is, really. We could just put it off to the side, so then it kind of looks like... No, it's just going to look silly, isn't it? So let's just line it up as best we can. There we go. Go through the middle. I like a bit of everything. Whee! Oh my gosh. Kelly, you shouldn't call me Gareth because that's not how people know me here. They know me as Gaz. And calling me Gareth is just dreadfully upsetting. Because it actually just reminds me of all the times I used to get into trouble and Mum would call me Gareth. Right, here we go. Sticking it down. I'm just going to get a card blank. There we go. For those of you guys that don't know, Kelly in the chat is my actual real life sister. She's been in my life for too long and she needs to leave. No, I'm joking. Right, I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of edge off of that because I want it to sit on the card a little bit. Don't encourage her, Aaron. You shouldn't encourage her. You ignored my first comment telling me. Well, I'm trying to make a card here, love. I can't read the chat and, you know, my airbags don't work if I fall over. Oh my gosh, what? I'm just going to take a tiny little slither off of each corner. Just a tiny little sliver off of each edge so that it'll sit nicely on the card. There we go. Never mind, Kelly, we all have our crosses to bear. Wow! There we go. And that gives it a nice little... There we go. I'm just going to stick that straight onto the card. Big cross. Yeah, she does actually have a big cross to bear. There we go. Get all that nasty glitter off, and there is one lovely little Spinny Bunny Easter card. It sure is just need Jesus on it. I can't put Jesus on that cross. I don't have a Jesus stamp. I don't think anyone's done a Jesus stamp. That would just be weird, wouldn't it? Not everything has to have, you know, be entirely accurate, does it? I mean, you kind of get the idea of what it is. Can you not foil a printed Jesus? Shall I do Jesus in rainbow foil? And stick him on, put my chicken on it. Shall I just stamp out this chicken? Should I just stamp out this chicken and put him on there like that? Should I just do that? Stamp out the chicken and put it on the... Chicks just died frosting. Oh my god, it's so blasphemous, it's unreal. Print the bad boy off. Oh my gosh, I'm going to regret doing this, aren't I? Oh my golly gosh. Right, okay, let's see if I can... Let's see if I can find something. I don't normally do things like this. Oh, apparently Google's not responding, so I can't... Oh, there's something weird going on with my internet. Don't touch the prawn chicken. Okay, so now it's kind of done a thing. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? I don't feel as though I should be doing this. Right, okay, for some reason I can't get it to work, so I'm afraid it's just going to have to be the cross. So we're just going to have the cross as it is, and then it's a nice little Happy Easter card. My gosh. Whoa, the next 3 days look like we're in for some bad weather. Yeah, I think we might be. I think we might be. Well, actually, you're in America, aren't you? So it might be a bit worse for wear over there. Right, now that we've done the Easter card, that is the Easter card done and out of the way. Just going to put that over there out of the way. Let me just do a little quick tidy. Quick tidy, 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 tidy. Right, I'm going to have a look at some of the samples that I made with the stamp set that came in that magazine that we were talking about earlier on. So these were the stamps. This is just the picture of the stamps because I've cut them down and put them away because I don't really like having A4 sets. I like A5, so I've cut them down and put them away. So these were the stamps that came in that set. And I've used a few of them just to make a few bits of cards. So here we have a sympathy card that I'm currently making, or in the process of making. I might remake this one actually on stream because I'm not very fond of how that one's turned out. So we do have that I've made with them. And I've also made this with them as well. And I use some sparkle on that because I love me sparkles. So actually I'm going to get another piece of watercolour card, and I think we're going to remake this card, guys, because I really want to make it look a lot nicer than that. It's going to be going to somebody as a sympathy. So let's just pull out another piece of watercolour cardstock. It says if I've got another piece that I can cut down. I do not, so I'll have to get a fresh sheet. Let's just get a fresh sheet of watercolour cardstock. And we're going to start just by cutting that down to 6 by 6. There we go. Move that to the side. And I know you guys have probably seen this before, and I have done it a few times live. I'm going to bring in my Mylar. What have I done with it? I'd probably put it somewhere very safe, like I normally do. Yep, there it is. So all I did was use a circle die to cut this out of my Mylar. And actually I want that to layer up nicely on the card. So I'm going to take that and I'm actually going to cut it down to 5.5 by 5.5. Thank you for saying that the card was lovely. The cards are lovely. So 5.5 by 5.5. Because I'm going to mat and layer this onto a 6x6 card blank. And all I'm going to do is just I'm just going to try and square it up so I know it's level, and I'm just going to use a few little bits of tape to hold it down at the top and the bottom, and then I'm just going to bring in my Mylar mask and I'm going to do my best to line it up so it's even on both sides. Let's just try moving that over a little bit because it's not too even. It's not as even as I'd like. There we go. I think that's about right. I'm just going to, even though that does have low tack, it does have stick and spray repositionable adhesive on it. I just want to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. So there we go. And I'm going to come in with my Artist Liner 0.8mm pen, and I'm just going to trace around, and it doesn't matter if I come off it because I can clean it off the Mylar. And I'm going to be stamping along that edge anyway. So there we go. Let's just move those out of the way. And I'm just going to pick that up. It should move nicely, and because that's stuck down, it shouldn't move too far out of alignment. So there we go. I'm just going to stick that down on there. And I'm just going to bring in that stamp set that came with the magazine. So this is the typography stamp set that came with the stamping magazine. And I'm just going to line this up where I want it. Lynn says we are both gorgeous. Who's Lynn? I don't know who Lynn is, unless I do know who Lynn is and I don't know who Lynn is. I don't know. Right, there we go. His printer conveniently didn't work. No, it wasn't that my printer conveniently didn't work. It was I couldn't get the file to load up on Google, so I couldn't transfer it into the software to print it out. So I'm just going to ink that stamp up. And there we go. I'm just going to give it that pressure. Oh, Lynn Morton. Yes, I do love Lynn. Lynn Morton. She's lovely. I thought you meant someone that you knew. Not someone that I know. I know that Lynn. She's lovely. Is that Lynn? No, fiddle faddle. And this is why it helps if you put the... There we go. And now all I'm going to do is just realign that stamp at the top. Pick that up. And it's kind of already done a ghost print from where the ink hasn't completely gone off of the stamp. So I'm just going to re-ink. And re-stamp. And there we go. That looks actually looks really nice. There we go. So I think that's all the stamping we're actually going to do on that for just now. So I'm going to bring that off. There we are. Put my my little bits of sticky down there. It's actually really good stuff. Really good low-tack tape, that is. So I've been trying to save as much of it as I can. I love that print of the foiling though, it is brilliant. Right, let's just move that stamp over there. Put these bits and bobs away. There we go. Then that leaves me free to just clean that off of there and put that to the side. Let's just clean that stamp up first. And there we go. And for this, I'm just going to bring in my Tri-Blend Aqua Pen, which is Soft Sun Warm Blush Magical Green. And just to enhance those colours, I'm going to bring in Burgundy. I'm going to bring in Sea Green. And what was the other one? A warm blush, so that was Burgundy. And the yellow one, what did I use with the... Oh, it was gold, wasn't it? So I'm going to bring in gold. Just to enhance those colours with. Right, let's have a quick... So, first things first, I'm going to lay down a square of each of my colours for the main colouring. There we go. A quick gag throw on that Miss Last Stream, song about a horny frog lost in France. I don't get it. Sorry. Right, so I'm going to spray down a little bit of that. I'm going to come in with my blush colour. And on these big petals, I'm just going to give it all a light colouring first. And I'm going to do the same on both sides with a light, just a light colouring. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Burgundy. And I'm going to mix that in. And then just at the centre of the flower, I'm going to lay that down. And we can see it gives it a lovely shadow coming out. So we've got that intense kind of colour at the centre coming out into the petals. And I do want that to kind of come out quite nicely. I don't even know if that is a dad joke. Or thanks someone with a mind of yours as truly. The frog is horny and lust is another word for horny. That's how I looked at it. Oh, didn't think of that. Oh. Right. Now I'm just going to do the same. Ooh, I can't tell which colour was the green and which one was the yellow. Oh, I did them in order, didn't I? I think. Whoops. When does that? That's the green, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Let's just see which one works. Oh, that's the yellow. That's fine. I'm just going to do the light yellow. And then I'm going to kind of come in with that gold. And mix that in with the yellow, and it should tone it up. So then when I come back in, I should get a stronger colour coming from the centre of the petals. That's what I'd like, is a stronger colour coming from the centre of the petals. There we go. I've made far too much of that blush. And then with the green, I'm just going to do the few little petally bits. Not petally bits, the leafy bits. Because leafy bits should be green. And I'm just going to do those little rosy bits just there in the darker peach colour. There we go. I'm just going to clean that out because some of the watercolour has actually come out into the area where I don't want it to. And I'm just going to blot at it with my paintbrush and bring it out. There we go, and the same's actually happened just here as well, so I'm just going to reactivate that paint and I'm just going to put it out. And this is the easiest way I've found to kind of like undo watercolouring in incorrect places. It's kind of like a magic marker remover, I think. I know a few people have come up with different techniques to remove watercolour from where you don't want it to be. But this is just the one that I find works for me. It really does just work quite well. Because they're very basic little mistakes, and you can kind of see there just how well that really does look. Now there are a few swirl stamps that I was thinking of using. I didn't really use them on the last one, but there are some lovely swirls. That I'm not sure if they would look really nice on here or not, so what I can do is reline up the mask and try and put a few swirls in, but I don't want to overdo it. I just want to make it kind of look really nice and not too maybe not too fancy. So if I just go with, I think I'm just going to go with how it is for now, and I think that'll be just good enough. I think that will be fine. Now I'm going to bring it in one of my sentiment stamps. So all I'm going to do is stamp out this sentiment onto a bit of paper, onto a spare bit of paper that I've got. And then what I'm going to do so that I can foil it is I'm going to scan it through I'm going to scan it through my my laser printer, and then we'll have a foilable sentiment. So it is always kind of handy for you to actually stamp out your sentiments. If you do have a laser printer and a Mink foiling machine, it's always handy just to stamp them out and have them on your computer ready to go. So I always find, unfortunately, because I haven't had a scanner for quite some time, I haven't had the chance to do that. So we're just going to make sure we've got a full, really good stamp, so that when I pop it into the scanner, it will pick it up. There we go. And I'm just going to get a piece of my Nina cardstock for it to print onto. There we go, that should give it enough. Come on. Now we do have it a little bit with a wibble, but that's not a problem because that's outside the area that we're going to use it, and I can very easily remedy that with a die cut. So I'm just going to use the same die cut as what I did on the other card, which is this one. Oh, maybe not that one. I'm going to have to go for something a little bit bigger. There we go. We're going to use that one instead. There we go. I just want to make sure I get that all nicely lined up, because what I'm going to do is cut that down and put it through my mini die cutting machine. I got something off a handheld portable scanner. Wow. I wouldn't be able to trust myself with one of those, if I'm honest. I don't think I would be able to. In all honesty, I don't think I would be able to use a handheld scanner. Those things are insane. How did your dad get on with it, Simon? Was it something he had any difficulty with, or was it something that was quite simple for him to use? I'm really curious, actually, because I thought that I would just ruin any image I tried to scan if I did it. Right, let's actually realign this because it's come out all out of whack. There we go. There we go. Why does it look like it's on the wonk? It really does look like it's on the wonk. Every time I move it. Let's get that in through there quickly before it does end up on the wonk. I had a roller at the bottom and an LED light. I got it within 3 years. It was useless, but it worked quite well. Oh, fair enough. That's fair enough. There we go, and we've got that lovely sentiment there to go into the middle. Let's just move that out of the way. And I do think this kind of does need to be foiled in gold, doesn't it? So if I just pull out my gold foil. That should do well. The lovely carrier sheet for it. And I'm just going to run that through the foiling machine. Now, if you have a Mink machine, you want it on setting 1 or setting 2 to start off with to try foiling small things like this. If you go any higher, you will find that it will overfoil. And I found that out too often and too quickly. Personal experience, as they say. It didn't go too well when I did it, so on any higher. But it won't scan and cut, will it? You can scan and cut it if you do have a if you have a Cameo machine. You can put registration marks on it and you can run it through the cutting machine. It will pick it up and cut it for you. Or if you, well, I've just done it with a die cut for simplicity, really. Here we go. Let's just take that off of there. And let's see. Wow. Look how pretty that is. That has come out so well. Now, just to add a little something to that, I'm going to go around the outer edge with my black pen. What is a Mink machine? Oh, you must have missed my show. Let's actually come in with one of those liner pens. And I'm just going to... And I'm not worried too much about it being absolutely perfect lineage, because I kind of want it to look a little bit like it's a little bit hand kind of. I think it gives it a nice little effect. I've seen a lot of people use this type of line drawing on different cards, but they tend to do a double line, but I think it's kind of like Sanntangle style. Well, I think it just gives it like that little bit. It's classy, but it's also a little bit sassy. And I like a little bit of sassy with my classy. I personally think it gives it a bit like that human touch. But then maybe I can just do this too. Just to beef it up a little bit. Because I'm not going to take away from that inner line, I'm just going to fill out where I've missed with the pen. There we go. And then it does still retain that like human touch, but it kind of just bulks it out a little bit. Or at least I think so anyway. I think it makes it look a little bit better. There we go. Let's not put that straight on there because it's covered in ink. And then I'll get horrible splodges where I don't want them to be. So that will go in there like that. Which actually I'm going to put on there with a little bit of foam tape. Me and my foam tape not cutting properly. Put a little bit at the top and the bottom just to make sure it doesn't fall in. Hello, Sylv. You forgot it was Monday. I think a lot of people have forgotten it's Monday. I think I forgot it was Monday as well, to be dreadfully honest. Normally when I do my I normally do my prep work of the weekend for my life for the week, but unfortunately a ridiculous, oh gosh, I should have known you were here. There we go. So we have that thus far. Let's just get rid of that. And I'm just going to stamp out these little butterflies and then I'm going to cut them out. So I'm going to bring in my typography butterflies from the set. And what I did for these as well was, because I actually used them for, I did the inking with them on this card. They are actually stamped underneath the ones that are up as well. So I made these masks out of Mylar for them. So I can use them for layering, stamping or whatever I want. So let's just pull that butterfly, and I believe the other butterfly is in the other packets. There we go. And just to not waste the card stock, let's just pop that down there. And I'm going to have to fussy cut butterflies. This is going to be a fun one for me. Let's move that out of the way. Pop that up there for a second. Oh, fiddle faddle. I didn't quite think that one through, did I? There we go. Pop that down on there. Put that on there. Now I have to find the other stamp that I've sent for a flying lesson. Hi all, I will quit lurking in the shadows. Oh, hello Wendy. Thank you for saying it's a lovely card. That is a beaut. Oh, thank you very much. I really do appreciate the kind words. Where did I buy my Mylar from? I bought it from Amazon, but you don't have to use Mylar. You can also use you can use any acetate that you've got. It will do the exact same thing as long as it's stiff acetate, and I know that's going to get a few laughs, but I seem to have actually lost my stamp. Oh gosh, where could that have gotten off to? Well, that's not a problem. We'll just do two of the same size. I did want to do a small one and a big one, but we'll just put two big. We'll put two big butterflies on there. It's not a problem. There we go. It's been another good, interesting show worth looking back on. Why am I not surprised you're saying that? There we go. I'm just going to put another layer of colour on that because I want it to look really, really striking. We love a striking butterfly, don't we? I can't believe I just lost a butterfly stamp. It's not like I don't have another 3 million butterflies to replace it, but what you do is take us. What do you take us for, Kaz? That you assume you saying stiff would just elicit laughing. Well, it's true. It normally does. There we go. Oh, mad chicken. Aaron's actually laughing in the other room, just so you guys know. What on earth have I missed? Wow, you've missed all sorts, Sylv. There's been chicken, there's been breasts, there's... What else has there been, guys? What else has there been? Yes, Crafty Stacey Lou was stripping a chicken. And Aaron said it was because... Aaron asked if the chicken had debt problems. I can imagine it being difficult knowing what to put on a sympathy card. It is quite difficult, and I didn't know what to do the first because like the first time round, it was just kind of like, wow, what the hell do I do? And I don't want to put too much on it, but then I don't want to not put enough on it, so I'm just giving it mainly like white with pops of colour. But not big colour, muted colour. Very muted colour. Let's put those up there and pop those to the side. Right. I saw something about lust. Yes, there was some lust. There's all sorts of lust going on in this chat, apparently. Oh wow, apparently I'm pretty good at fussy cutting butterflies, it would seem. Come on, hook in there. There we go. That's not too much to ask for, is it? I'm kind of going into my own little fussy cutting world here, guys, so I do apologise if I there we go, just trim that round. These have to be so complicated, don't they? If only my scan and cut was working. I don't know what I've done to upset it, but apparently it doesn't want to work today. So I have apparently really upset my scan and cut. And it would have been nice if it was working, because it would have cut these butterflies out for me perfectly, because I've already put the cut file into there. It would have been lovely. Right, let's just make sure I don't chop its little butterfly end thing off. I don't know how to describe it other than an end thing. There we go. And I'm afraid that is the best fussy cutting we're going to get out of me. So that's butterfly number 1. Let's chop off all these kind of big areas first, because I don't really want to have to manhandle it too much. Right, here we go. I'm just going to come in down here, because that's where I've made the closest kind of cut. I'm just going to come around. There we go. Come back up and around and back out again. I'm just going to come back in there because I didn't get quite a good fussy cut on that. And circle that corner off. I will catch up with the chat in just a minute, guys. I can see you're all kind of chatting away. So, obviously, you're better with your left hand. Well, I am left-handed, Sylv. It's kind of a bit of a giveaway. There we go. Snip that little bit out. There we go. Snip that little bit out. I'm just going to angle that a bit better. There we go. We have 2 butterflies. 2 booty flies. And all I'm going to do for this, to colour these in, is I'm actually going to bring in my inks again. What are you doing? I'm going to bring in my inks again. Let's see, which ones did I want to use? I wanted to use my mustard seed and spiced marmalade. I know you're right-handed. Cutting wasn't that bad the other day, but this is good. Yeah, I'm much better with my left hand because I am left-handed. So I'm just going to put down a little bit of both of those colours. And again, I'm literally just going to fully wet the butterflies because I want them to kind of paint themselves. So all I'm going to do is just come in from the top here with my colours and just let them kind of go where they want, do what they're going to do, clear that out, pick up a bit of that, and then go back in. And I'm just going to let the ink go where it wants to go. And you can see how well they come out. Let's just clear that up because that's too strong. I need to get that ink out of that paintbrush. Right. And this time I'm going to do it the opposite way around. I'm going to come in with the orange from the middle and bring that out. And I'm just, like I did on the first butterfly, I'm just going to let it kind of just get on there, see where it goes, see what it wants to do. See where it wants to go. And then I'm going to come in with the yellow from the outside in. I think we need a stronger orange. That orange isn't strong enough. Let's go with wild honey. I think that's a bit of a stronger orange. Let's get those colours up because we're done with those for now. There we go, that's better. That's giving a much better representation of what I'd like it to do. And we can see how the colours kind of mingling together on their own, giving it a kind of like a warm tone between both, instead of just, you know, I think it is really a lovely look for butterflies. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is bring in my heaty tool and my pokey tool, because I'm going to use my pokey tool to hold them down, whilst I use the heaty tool to dry them. And there we go, that's those dry. And we're very happy with that. Let's just pop that back up. Hook that back under there. Come on, behave yourself. Right, here we go. So we've got those lovely little butterflies, and I've just kind of encouraged them to kind of like their wings to kind of flap like that, because I want them to go on the card like that. So I'm just going to pop, just going to see where I like them sitting. Thinking probably around about, I don't know, probably somewhere like that. I'm thinking something like that. There we go. I'm just going to kind of put them on a jaunty angle because I want them to kind of look like that. Or should I have it looking like that? No, because that'll just look silly. There we go. Thinking that looks quite nice like that. There we go. So there we go. That's what we have so far. And all I'm going to do is get a piece of my black cardstock. Just going to check what size it is. That's brilliant, that's the right size. So I'm going to just chop that down to sit 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's going to make a lovely mat layer for us. So 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Oh, one of my butterflies has fallen off. Well, that was bound to happen, wasn't it? There we go. I'm just going to line this up so it looks nice. There we go. Pop that back. Once it dries, it should sit a bit better. Let's just bring down a card blank. Go. Oh. That wasn't quite meant to land like that, guys, but it's not a problem. There we go. And there we have our sympathy card. And you know, for the sad reason that I've had to make it for, it's obviously it's very sad, but I think it looks a lovely card. I don't use Facebook, Twitter, and can't send pics either. CCTV or Hobby Makers products not available on either channel. Oh, that's sad. But there we go. That is our sympathy card. So this evening we have made 2 lovely fun cards. We have made our Happy Easter card, including a lovely hot foiled sentiment there from the Mink machine, and we have also made a lovely sympathy card, and you know, I actually think that's turned out really well, very well for what you know, for what the reason is that it's had to be made for. So I know that sounds silly. I'm just trying to talk with a little bit of dignity about it all. I'm thinking I might just come in with some of my Nuvo drops on this, and I'm going to use my Simply White just so that I can, there we go, just add a little bit. I don't want it to be too standouty, but I wanted it to have something a little, just a little bit extra. And I think those white drops just do it enough. How did I do the circle with the flowers? I used my Mylar masks that I made. So I have that inner circle and the outer square circle with the circle cut into it as well. I'm not sure where I've put it, but I do have it somewhere. It has been a bit of an hectic one this evening. So I do have the outer square with that circle cut into it, and that's how I did it. I put the square down and I drew the circle with a black pen. Right. Thank you very much, Ords, for saying that they're gorgeous cards. Thank you for saying that they're both beautiful. It's absolute. What about a dongle? Oh. So far I only use old mobile as there's still a landline in the house. YouTubers watch on a tablet, desktop TV. Oh, wow, okay. That's crazy. Right, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to fire them at me. I don't mind answering them, and remember, they are craft-related questions. I know I've got to be specific in what I'm saying with you guys, because some of you are very, very naughty. So if you do have any craft-related questions, or any questions about the cards, please do not hesitate to ask me, because I don't mind answering at all. Because you lot are lovely. And if there's anything I can do to help, I most certainly will. Let's just pop these away. So I'm just going to pop a few little bits and bobs away whilst we're waiting. I don't think anyone's had a landline for years. There we go, pop that by there for a minute. Oh, Crafty Stacey Lou, here's that Mylar, my Mylar square with the circle in it. I just lined it up and stuck it on and drew the circle. I reckon he's hiding from Interpol, oh my gosh. The Nuvo drops do take a little while to dry. I've just been an absolute idiot and stuffed my hand into one of them. So I'm just going to replace that. But I wouldn't be putting that in an envelope till tomorrow anyway, so that's fine. I know some people have landlines just for the use of their internet connections, but they don't have any like phone call packages on them or anything. It's just line rental. Oh gosh, same phone number for that long. Wow, that is a long old time to have the same phone number. Right. In that case then, guys, I don't think anybody's got any questions for me at the moment. I'm just going to say a massive, 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 massive thank you to you all for being here, because you're all amazing, and I've said it before and I'll say it again and I'll say it a million times more. Without you guys being there to watch me, there is no me here to stream. So I really, really do appreciate every single one of you that comes in and every single one of you that is always here. I do have a little bit of news. I'm going away for a few days from Wednesday, so I can either do a bonus stream tomorrow because there won't be any streams whilst I'm away. Or we can wait for my next stream to be on Monday when I come home. So it's entirely up to you guys. If you'd like a bonus stream tomorrow, put a 1 in the chat. If you want to leave it till Monday, put a 2 in the chat. And whilst you're all voting, I'm going to do some tidying up because it needs to be done. Right, okay. 3. Crafty Chip's gone with 3. And 4. And 5. And 7. Stop putting your PIN number in, Caroline. Oh my gosh, you can't put your PIN number in the chat. What's the numbers for? Lynn, I just said that if anybody would like a bonus stream tomorrow, it's going to be a number 1. Or if you want to leave it until next Monday when I'm back from visiting my family, it's going to be a number 2. Oh, that's fallen in there now, hasn't it? Oh well, these things happen. Not sure quite where that's gone, but hey ho. Let's put that away. That's a maybe. No, I didn't watch the Cartload on Wednesday. I try to avoid watching CCTV unless Sheena's on. Because I like Sheena. Well, I think that's definitely enough votes for number 1. So we'll have a bonus stream tomorrow. And, ooh, I'll have to come up with something, won't I, tonight? Oh, this is going to be exciting. I'm going to have to come up with something else. Okay, I'm sure I can do that. Right, in that case then, I'm going to say again another massive absolute thank you for you all being here. You're all absolute diamonds and stars. If you want to look in the little description box underneath, there is an email address for me. If you do have any craft related questions, ask me at handcraftedbygaz.co.uk. If you want to join my Facebook group, you can go to handcraftedbygaz.co.uk, which will redirect you straight to my Facebook group. Until such time as my website has been built, it is in the process, so fingers crossed it's going to be with us super soon. There's also a little link down there if you want to make a donation to the stream. It's not in any way necessary. It just helps me keep things ticking over whilst I'm off of work, and it also gives me the ability to bring new things for you guys. So it's absolutely brilliant. I cannot thank you guys enough for the donations that you have made already. You've all been absolutely amazing. So massive thank you. I will see you all tomorrow night, and I've got to come up with another stream idea. So let's. I better get off and get onto that, hadn't I? Well, I'll see you all soon. Bye!